Okay, I am not sure if this is working. I may or may not be live right now. I was going to give coverage on the severe weather currently going on in Colorado and surrounding area, but first let me check to make sure I'm actually live. So let me close this down real quick. And now I'm going to make sure I'm live, test the mic and everything, and then I'll get started. It's going to be a quick stream right now. Oh, I guess I can't play it because I'm connected to AirPlay on my own phone. So, I hope this is live right now. Let me just... Hello, test. I guess I can't play it because I'm connected to AirPlay on my own. Okay, it's working. So, welcome to the stream, everybody. Today we are going to be going to give live coverage on the severe weather currently in Colorado, and not just Colorado, also in South Dakota and Nebraska, where, let's just go to high-def radar. We do have a tornado watch that does go in effect until 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time tonight, and this is for North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska. Let me just turn off the radar real quick and just show you the watches and warnings. So that's the yellow here. Actually, I forgot it was on this. This is the tornado watch, which goes in effect until 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Central Time. Again, we do have 2 tornado warnings in effect right now. So again, that goes in effect until about 5 hours from now, I'm pretty sure. Let me turn the radar back on real quick. So, somebody just commented, I'm pretty sure. Per station. Let me just check my comments real quick. Okay, no live comments. Not enough streaming. I'm pretty sure. Okay, there we go. So that is the live. Let me just zoom in. So we started with our first tornado warning, which is, I didn't turn back on the radar, which is in Colorado. So this is including the town of Akron and Colorado Plains Regional Airport. You guys need to be taking shelter right now. As you can clearly see that hook right there, it's a pretty strong tornado right there, heading straight for Akron, Colorado. Let's turn on the velocity right now and pause it. So as you can see, the tornado, zoom this in, the tornado is right there where I'm circling on your screen. So you guys that live in Akron, you need to be taking shelter. That tornado warning does expire in 3:15 p.m. So that's just about a few minutes from now. So it's about to expire, but definitely stay in your shelters. Go to your shelter right now because that's a pretty big tornado. You can see the hook very clearly right there. But again, tornado watch when it goes to effect. Let's go to our second tornado warning, which the radar is being really weird with this one. I don't know what's going on with this radar, but we'll have to deal with it. As you can see, you can clearly see the hook on this one too, but there's a weird line going through it. Something is blocking the radar view. I hope to get this fixed, but we can see where the tornado is. Let's see, very rural area, which is good. So let's just read the thing here. So mainly rural areas of northwestern Meade County, southwest of Faith, about to cross Highway 212. So very rural area of South Dakota there. Let me just make sure this is, excuse that, that's my dog barking right there. But those are the 2 tornado warnings. Now let's go back to our chat and see if I have anybody asking any questions. No people currently talking in chat right now. But as you see, there's lots of severe weather. Let me just check the stream. Live in acres. Those are the 2. So it's working well. That's good. But again, here's our current watches and warnings. Here's the live radar loop zoomed out, viewing the whole area. Again, big tornado watch goes back till 9 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Let's update this. Again, there's still... When does this one expire in South Dakota? That's the tornado watch, not the tornado warning. 4:15 p.m. So they both expire at the same time. We'll just have to see what happens after they expire. Let's see if we have any more comments. No comments currently right now. Open this back up. Again, here's the live loop radar. And then other severe storms continue across the area, but 2 tornado warnings currently in effect right now. So really, that's about it. So Akron, you guys need to be taking shelter. There's a tornado warning for your area that is about to expire, but still is a pretty strong tornado warning right there. Let's see if we can turn on anything else here. Okay, we'll have to see how this plays out. That's the latest updates. Warnings. Now it's warning for your area that is about to expire, but still is a pretty strong tornado. And I keep checking the stream just to make sure everything's going well. Let's open this back up so you guys can see. Still continues with the tornado warning. Here's the National Weather Service, and here's the live radar loop. So we have 1 minute until it expires. It will probably take a little bit for the app to actually update that. But again, it's 4:14, expires 3:14, or 4:15, or my time, 3:15 for your guys' time, in Mountain Time. So we're just gonna wait to see what plays out. Okay, so it is 4:15 now. Let's look at some updates we now have. Let me check the comments real quick. No comments, okay. Let's just check the updates. There is still a tornado warning for Akron. Let's see what they updated now. 4:15. That's ongoing till 4:15, but I think they've updated it. Because that one I think is about to expire. They made a new one, which goes in effect until... Oh wait, that's what it started, not... That is now in effect until 3:45 p.m., which that's about 15 minutes from now. And that doesn't still include Akron. I think Akron's about to expire. Colorado Plains Regional Airport. Marino. Not yet Sterling, but you guys need to be on the lookout. But Marino also, you might want to be taking shelter. Be looking at your local weather forecast. Let's actually, why am I looking at this? Let's look at the per station radar to get more details on this. Here is the per station radar. Again, you can still clearly see the hook. Still a pretty strong hook. Pretty strong tornado still here. Let's look at the velocity again real quick, just to give an idea. Live velocity. Yeah, so as you can tell, the tornado is definitely weakening. Because look how strong it was earlier. It was pretty strong, and still a thing. Still need to be taking shelter. As you can see, it's still pretty strong right there. The green and red meet. And then look what happens after the next few minutes. Definitely getting weaker, but still a tornado. That's why they've lifted the warning for the previous area. Going for the area of mainly rural areas. But Marino, Akron, still I would stay in your shelter right now. But again, I hope you're really not watching this right now, because unless you have Wi-Fi down there, you shouldn't be getting this signal. But still, if you're getting this as long as you're in your shelter, that's fine. I would be in a safe spot in your house, anywhere. Again, I wouldn't be out of your safe spot yet, is what I'm trying to say. Again, keep watching this. Again, it's safety information, but I'm just saying, if you're out watching this instead of being in your shelter where you don't get signal, be in your shelter, okay? This video is going to help, but it's not going to save you if you're trying to watch this instead of taking shelter. Again, here's the update. So Akron is just barely out of the tornado warning, literally half and half. Look at the town of Akron. Downtown's literally out. County Road 41 still in it. So if you live in Akron, stay in your shelter. That's my advice. It's too close to the tornado warning. I would just stay in your shelter. It's very close to where we had a tornado warning yesterday in Brush. Let's look at the update on the one in South Dakota, which, wow, looks very widespread. Just west of Faith. As you can see, still rural areas, but let me just turn off the radar, see if we have any places in here. No, still very rural. Very close to Bison, South Dakota, but still a very rural area. Definitely can see the hook on the radar here. Pause. As you can see, right there is very vivid hook, or I should say vivid, but very visible hook, as you can see right here. Another tornado. I'm sorry I couldn't live stream yesterday, but we're having a very similar event. Literally, it's been missing Oklahoma, where I live. It's been like Arkansas, Tennessee. Then it's back to Colorado. It's like skipping Oklahoma. All the bad severe weather. But again, very vivid hook here in South Dakota, but mainly rural area. Let's look at the alert. Probably just going to say rural area. Utsa and Chance. Usta and Chance, if I pronounce that right. South Dakota, take your shelter right now if you live in that area. Let's see if we have any updates on the comments. No comments yet. But again, still keeping an eye on the severe weather continuing. Let me check the lag and make sure that it's not lagging. If I pronounce that right. Okay, that's good. So again, that tornado warning continues. We're watching these 2 tornado warnings, one in South Dakota, one in Colorado, which Akron still be taking shelter. Marino, I would say go to your safe spot. We have this really long severe thunderstorm warning, which is in Colorado, which is including the big town of Lamon. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. I think there's a lot of ways to pronounce that name or the way you say the town. I'm not sure how you correctly pronounce the town, but that right there. That severe thunderstorm warning goes into effect until 40 minutes from now, which is that's when it started. Let's see, 4 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, which is pretty far from now because it's 3:20 Mountain Time. Again, we're keeping a look on these tornado warnings very closely. Again, tornado watch goes into effect until 5 hours and 39 minutes, which is, I keep saying it, but which actually, without doing the math, is 9 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time tonight. So I think one of them is 9 p.m., one of them is 8 p.m. So yeah, the time zone does split. It's very confusing with the time zone split and the time change in the watch. But again, we're just going to say later tonight because 8 or 9 p.m., either time zone. Again, still very vivid hook on both of these tornadoes. Let's go ahead and go to high def radar and just zoom out on the radar loop real quick. As you can see here, here's the radar loop. As you can see here. So North Dakota, southern North Dakota, still kind of in it. Mott, Carson, South Dakota. That road goes like right on the borderline of North and South Dakota, so I can't even say it. But yeah. Both tornado warnings, I think, expire 15 or 45 past the hour, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, which is about 20 minutes from now. I think I did that wrong. 40 minutes from now, yeah. I did that wrong. 40 minutes from now, both of them, and then one of them expires from 30... I can't even do the math right. Okay, one of them expires at 3:45 p.m. Mountain Time, and the other one in South Dakota, the other one, expires at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. There you go. Sorry for the confusion there. Done. Okay, exit that. Here's the loop up close. Let's see if we have any other comments. Hi. Hello. Is it lagging at all? In there. Done. Okay. Let's see, how long ago was that? Toggle timestamps. 4:16. It's for. Oops, that's a long time ago. I didn't check my comments. Again, these 2 tornado warnings continue. If you have any weather questions, don't forget to comment them. Sorry, I didn't check that until a long time. Here's the loop. We're waiting. Again, there's 1 tornado warning in Colorado and 1 in South Dakota. Very places you wouldn't see tornado warnings a lot, but still at the same time do. Again, really, you don't think of Colorado. People get this very confused. They don't think, oh, Colorado's mountains. They don't get tornado warnings. Like, look at the radar. Like, some of Colorado's literally getting snow right now, or the other part's getting a tornado warning. People don't know that half of Colorado is literally the same as Kansas, and half of it's very mountainous. The second highest peak in the United States. The geography of eastern Colorado is very flat, so they get lots of severe weather, just like the rest of us. The other part is very mountainous, so they don't get that much severe weather because severe weather doesn't really form on mountains. Sometimes it does, but not a whole lot. So we are continuing this coverage of the tornado warnings waiting for an update. Let me update the National Weather Service real quick. Okay, yeah, that's the update. Just tell me a place and I will tell you. Let me get this off the screen real quick and just show you this. Tell me a place and I can look up the weather for you. Ask me about a certain warning, I could tell you the weather for it. But we are continuing this coverage. Any questions in the comments, I will answer. Let's look at the severe weather risk, which is an enhanced risk. Let me get this back on the screen. Enhanced risk for severe weather. Let's turn off the weather radar for now. Again, there is an enhanced risk for severe weather, including Rapid City, including Sydney, Colorado, including Alliance, Nebraska, Alliance, and much more. That was just a random place. But again, that's the risk. Turn back on the radar. And a lot of it is happening in the enhanced risk. So enhanced risk for severe weather is issued today. And obviously there's pretty big tornado risk because there's a tornado watch. It looks like we do have some severe weather kind of starting to bubble up in parts of southeastern, I think about that for a second, southeastern Wyoming near Cheyenne. But really we're focusing mainly on the tornado warnings. So this is probably going to go on for a while. Make sure you're in their shelters. Again, I'm just giving coverage, probably not as detailed as your local news. So if you live in a tornado warning, please stop watching this and look on your local news. But get in your shelter, most importantly. But look at your local news for extra updates if you live in those areas, which does include Akron, Colorado, Merino, Colorado, which does include these parts of South Dakota. Stuff. It's just so rural. There's not hardly any towns. It's just mainly rural. There's these two places earlier. Chance, South Dakota. Again, look at your local news. Because, let's say, what if it updates and I didn't update it? Austin, Texas. Sure. Austin, Texas. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, Austin, Texas. Let me turn on the forecast. If that's not where you asked me to do, just correct me, because there could be multiple Austins. But here's the forecast again. 70s, 80s throughout the week. Definitely going to rain today, it looks like. Yeah, rain likely continuing for Austin, Texas. There's your forecast. Wait, I'm not even looking at it on the screen. Sorry about that. I wasn't even showing it to you. I was just... Okay, here it is. Here's the weekly forecast for Austin. Here's the rain. It is raining right now, apparently. But yeah, let's go back up to the severe weather area. Let's lock a place instead of it just giving us random places. Let's lock Akron on the forecast. There, now it'll just show Akron at the top of the screen. If you want to know what I'm using, it's called My Radar. I do pay for the premium version, but again, there's a lot of other versions. You can also star places. I've starred some places like California, Oklahoma, Texas, Indiana. So you can just quickly get the forecast for anywhere you want. Let's look at an update on the radar for the tornado warnings in depth now. So I do have Akron locked on the screen. Oop, is it gonna load? Okay, let's pause it. So I want to get an update on what the hook is doing. We'll let this load up for a second. Pause. Alright, let this load for a second, and then we'll get an update. check the comments while we're waiting. Thank you, Caden. That's the same app I use to look at the radar. Is the premium worth it? Yes, the premium is definitely worth it in my opinion. But really, the premium, I can show you all the features right now because we just went over everything. Let me unlock. So the premium, again, I do have it unlocked. It does give you ad-free, the hurricane tracker ad removal. So again, this could be different opinions, but my opinion, I think it is. So again, basically the hurricane tracker, this is what it looks like. Let me turn off the forecast. This is what the hurricane tracker looks like. So like, it shows you that this specific storm called, it gives you all the details about it. Anna is about to turn into a tropical depression by 6 a.m. tomorrow. So that's the hurricane tracker. The per station feature, very, very cool. But only use the per station feature during severe weather because it doesn't show snow. But you can definitely see, you can't really see the hook with the normal radar. See that there? That's the hook of severe weather. You can really only see with per station. It's really starting to fade, so it's kind of hard to see right there. And what's the other thing? No ads. Yeah. So the hurricane tracker, this per station, and no ads. So like if I turn on forecast again, this random place in Colorado, there's no ads in the forecast. I definitely think it's worth it. That's all the perks right there. There could be a different opinion about it, but that's all the perks. This random place in Colorado, there's no ads in the forecast. I definitely think it's worth it. Just making sure. But definitely, I do think the premium is worth it. But really, it depends. Depends on what you look at during the weather. But again, those are the 3 perks. The tornado warnings don't seem to be doing much right now. I think they updated this. Yeah, so the tornado warning is now north of Akron, Colorado. So let me get the details on this. It's hard to see. Marino, Colorado. I would say go to your shelter. It's a little bit east of you, but just a tiny bit. If you live between Marino and Akron, Colorado, you need to be getting in your shelter. That's for sure. But thank you for asking. Angelique Q, I think. Thank you. Good to know. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. So that's the one. Let's look at an update on the other. I think this hasn't really changed. The one in South Dakota. And the premium's only like $9.99 a year, so it's not that bad. As you can see, the tornado warning here is definitely still strong, but it's very good that this is in a rural area. You can obviously see a hook, so see where the radar kind of just pokes out here, makes that little C shape. Sometimes it could be different, but sometimes usually it makes a C shape, or it just like pokes out, and it has this little thing here. That's where the tornado is, that little circle. That's how we know. And the velocity, another premium feature, is the velocity. That's one I haven't mentioned. Velocity is another premium feature. Is where, now it's getting really small, but where the green, that little tiny green now, and red meet in a very distinct way. Like this here isn't one. That's the tornado. Now we don't need it on this type of tornado because you can see the hook on this, but sometimes the hook is like really hard to see, so they use the velocity for that. Oops, it's the wrong radar site. Now, the tornado warning here is definitely something we could use velocity. I just said the hook is kind of fading out. Let's use the velocity to see this. So you can tell, very small, the tornado is right there. The green and red, so you can see the tornado is right in this area right here. That is what velocity is used for. When it's hard to see it on reflectivity, like that, that's what it's used for. Any other questions? Any other weather questions, I will answer. That's all on reflectivity. Making sure the stream's still going. And then the high def radar I just use for the radar loop, because each individual radar station only goes a certain amount of range. Let's update the National Weather Service too. So again, here's the radar loop. Sorry for the silence. Any other questions, I'll answer them. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Let me just confirm that they haven't changed the time on this. Still expires at 3:45 p.m. Mountain Time, which will be 4:45 Central Time, and then 5:45 Eastern Time, which is way across from here. And the other one in South Dakota expires at, I think, the top of the hour. Yeah, 4 p.m. So pretty long time still. But the one in Colorado now expires in less than 15 minutes, which does make sense. You could tell on the radar that it's definitely weakening from earlier. It was very strong earlier. Now it's definitely weakening on the radar. But you can still tell that it does still have a hook, and it does still have the same factors. It's why it's still here, but it's definitely weakening from earlier. Remember earlier, let's go to look at how strong that was earlier, going straight for Akron. I think that it missed Akron by a little bit. I have to see any storm reports, but definitely I think it missed Akron. Definitely could hit any houses that are west of Akron. And definitely weakening now, but still tornado. Still tornado. What's the word for it? Capable. And then this hook looks to be weakening too. Yeah, the hook in South Dakota is weakening too. That's good, but still, we have the whole night of tornado watches to continue. Which time zone and time change and watch change in different areas. Confusion this, I'm just going to say late tonight. 8 or 9 p.m. in either time. Because it's so much confusion. Here's what it says for this area. North Dakota and South Dakota area, 9 p.m. Mountain Time. Colorado area, 8 p.m. Mountain Time. But again, the severe weather does continue, and we do have other severe thunderstorm warnings that do continue as well. Let's see if we got any other comments. Nope, not yet. So, I may stop streaming soon. I really didn't expect it to be this long of a stream. I just want to give an update. So, I'm going to start wrapping up the stream now. I was going to make a video, but I thought a stream would be easier. So, here's just going to be a quick stream wrap up. Let's start with the first tornado warning, last detailed wrap up. Again, we do expect more tornado warnings to continue throughout the day, but I'm just giving you guys a live update. So, here's the first one. Again, was very strong. Still, I might, before I end the stream, I might check for any reports of damage in Akron or anywhere close, and maybe even west. Maybe even the Colorado Plains Regional Airport may have been hit by this tornado, which is definitely weakening, but still a tornado, at least maybe. Still have tornado capabilities 100%. Here's another one in South Dakota. Again, was very strong. Definitely had some radar problems with this earlier. Just west of Faith, definitely shouldn't have any problems with Faith, South Dakota, just close to it. Was very strong, now weakening, but don't let that fool you. There's still a whole night of tornado watch in effect. Let's look up for any maybe possible damage. Is there any photos that anyone's posting on this? I don't think so. Here, let's just look at it on the National Weather Service. So let's just get this off the screen real quick. Zoom out. Let's get this off the screen. Okay, forecast weather. look here. Storm reports. Yeah, there's a lot of tornado reports here. I don't think any damage has been reported yet. There's just been some tornado reports, but that doesn't really tell me anything. Okay, give me just a second real quick. Oops, I opened 2 tabs. Sorry, I know that's been kind of slow today. Okay. Colorado, Acorn, Colorado. Tornado report, or tornado damage. What's today's date? 5/23. Let's just check on this. I'm not sure. Yeah, definitely was a tornado. News about this. Nope, no news. Okay, here's a little picture of it. That was the 22nd. Wow. 2 tornadoes in a row, 2 days. I don't see, I think it's such a rural area that there's not many. I have to check back later, but it's such a rural area, I haven't really seen any reports yet. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Any other comments? Nope. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Just want to give you a quick update on the severe weather. Stay safe, stay weather aware. If you live anywhere in the tornado watch, be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Wait, I gotta move this out of here. I wouldn't move.